Hey, Boomer. Now, don't break my heart, Boomer. Tell me you remember.
Roger? Is that you?
You bet it is. I knew you wouldn't forget old Roger Dodger, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Roger. How are you doing?
I got no complaints. Let's see, I moved to Chicago right after graduation. Started my own car dealership up there.
Oh, that's great.
Snuck in on the ground floor of the Japanese Revolution. Made a ton of yen over there. So listen, next time you're in Chi-Town, you turn on the tube. You're going to see Roger Dodger selling his wares.
Hey, I'm sure you're really great at that, Roger.
Hey, we are #1 in Northwest Chicago, 3rd year running. You know, I'll tell you something. It took me about a week to decide to come to this reunion over here, and I figured, what the hell, you know, come on back here and see the buckaroonies from the bygone days.
Yeah, how did you happen to find me here, Roger?
Susie Harper, chairman of the Reunion High School Committee.
Oh.
She ought to be working for the FBI, I'm telling you. I mean, that woman can track anybody now.
Well, lucky me, right?
God, look at
Well,
you,
hey,
man.
it's been a long time, you know?
Sure has. 10 years.
10 years.
But you know what? Not 2 days go by when I don't think about us out there on that old gridiron.
Oh.
Come on. You must think about those old glory days, huh?
Yeah, I think about the glory of us getting our butts kicked every Friday night by bigger teams, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but we got them kicked in style, boy. I mean, we put up a fight, didn't we?
Yeah, you played, a tackle, right?
You dog! I know 10 years wouldn't have gone by without you remembering.
Hey! Roger, you're hurting my neck. Roger.
Oh, well, I don't believe it. The Napoli.
Yeah?
Well, don't tell me you don't recognize old Roger Dodger. Oh, right.
Roger, from the football team.
Go Prancing Panthers!
Roger, yes, of course.
Yeah, Roger has his own car dealership now in Chicago.
I never would have guessed, Roger.
Well, look at this. The Napoli and Clark, huh? Well, you love bugs finally did it, didn't you? You got married.
No. Oh, if it's about the stock market, don't want it here because I just got back in.
I cannot believe this.
Has the man from the district attorney office been talking to... Oh, this is wonderful. No people ever deserved each other more.
How'd you get this in the paper so fast?
I have friends in the right places.
I don't even remember having that picture taken. How come I look so short in it?
Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. I don't have a suit like that.
It's Keith's suit.
Well, what am I doing in Keith's suit?
We didn't have a chance to get our picture taken together.
Well, then how the hell did you... You put my head on Keith's body.
Well, I think the photographer did a very good job. Look, no one's going to know the difference.
I know the difference, and I don't like it.
Just forget about it. I'm sorry. It's really no big deal.
No big deal. I gotta go check on the bar.
Wait a minute. The bar's fine. There are some other things pertaining to the wedding I need you to take care of, though.
You took care of that picture, you can take care of everything else.
No, wait a minute. Please, you can't just duck out on your responsibilities.
My only responsibility is showing up at the altar. You deal with the rest of it, okay?
No. No, I don't mean to sound like a nag or to sound bossy or anything, but, did you mail out those invitations?
Invitation?
The wedding invitations you were supposed to mail.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. And you can deal with the rest of it, can't you?
Well, just except for a few things. Here's the list.
Excuse me. I'll be there. No problem, Mr. C. Yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks.
You see, I told you your daddy was still here.
Oh, my gosh, Chipper. Did you come to see me, buddy? Oh. You have any idea how much I've missed you, pal?
Oh, we had a really big day today. We went to the park, and we were watching all those windsurfers, weren't we, Mijo?
Oh, I knew you'd love the windsurfers. You're going to probably be out there in a couple of years.
If I let him, he'd be there right now.
I really appreciate you looking after him, Mama.
Oh, I love it. You know that.
He's been doing okay?
Oh, he's fine. He just didn't quite understand why we weren't going to be seeing Eden today. He talks about her a lot, you know.
I see. Well, you know, buddy, I understand that because I miss her, too. The thing is, she needed to take a vacation. So she went away to this really beautiful country. We spent a lot of time. It's a special place. It's called France. And someday we'll take you there, and you'll be able to understand what it is that's so nice about it. But right now, just remember that just because she's gone doesn't mean she doesn't love us, because she does. A lot.
What is all of this?
Oh, I've just been catching up on some of my reading.
Dreams and perceptions. I never realized they'd written so many books on the subject.
Nor did I until I went to the bookstore.
Well, why the sudden interest in all of this?
It's kind of difficult to explain, Mama, but I really do need to explore it right now.
Oh. Eden goes off to France, and you stay here. So you can read dreams and perceptions? Is there anything wrong between you two?
No.
Then why did you stay home? You need to get away just as much as she does.
Well, maybe I do, but not right now.
Why not? What can you possibly accomplish by staying here in Santa Barbara?
All right. Now, don't tell me. You've got 2 kids, right? A boy and a girl.
Roger, you're way off.
Oh, really? 4?
Yeah.
6?
No,
How
we
many
don't
kids you
have
got?
any children.
Well, aren't you
Roger.
planning on having any? I mean, the way you two always hung around each other in high school, I figured you'd have a couple of runts running around by now.
We don't have any children, Roger, because we're not married.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait a minute. You're not married. Now, I don't get this.
Roger, I'd like you to meet my fiancée, Heather Donnelly.
Oh, man. Roger's got his foot and mouth disease again here.
Oh, yeah, Roger.
Well, listen, I don't know how you managed to pry old Boomer away from DiNapoli here, but congratulations.
Thanks.
Roger came back to town for the class reunion.
Yes, and we are going to have the Mercedes of parties. And I know you're coming, Boomer, because I saw your name on Susie Harper's RSVP list.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I figured why not.
So, what about you, DiNapoli?
Yeah, I'm going to show up. I'll be there.
No, I mean, you got like a fiancé stashed away somewhere?
Well, no, actually, I'm in between steady boyfriends right now, Roger, so...
Oh, you are? Well, in that case, we are going to have ourselves one hell of a good time.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, having an affair with her is one thing.
Don't tell me you're going to forgive him for that.
I'm not going to forgive him anything. At least I could understand it.
What's to understand? Mason and Gina are a slime, and it's no surprise they're attracted to each other.
Mason, or Sonny, whoever the hell he is, he was having an affair with Gina to get back at his father. He must really hate his father. To marry her is entirely something different. That just confirms that the man has a mental problem.
The man has been mentally unbalanced for years, and we know about Gina's lunacy. It's a marriage made in hell.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, why don't you just give it up and accept the fact that Mason is now out of your hair, and thank God.
Mason hasn't been Mason for months.
He has made your life miserable. That is a perfect Capwell trait.
Bunny was right.
Now you're going to believe what little Caesar had to say?
Because it's the only perfectly logical explanation for any of this. You even noticed it when you first came back. You noticed that he had changed dramatically.
I don't remember saying anything like that.
Please don't have a selective memory now. You obviously saw something to prompt that.
Well, I suppose his behavior with Bunny and Gina was a little odd.
It's because Mason wasn't Mason.
Mason is Mason. He was Mason. He is Mason. He's the same jerk he's always been. Forget him.
He was also traumatized by that fire he was in. Traumatized enough to make him forget where the hell he was for 3 months. Why didn't I do something then? Why didn't I take that seriously then? I must be some kind of an idiot.
Perhaps he was invaded by an alien.
He didn't know where he was, and he didn't know who he was.
Why are you so desperately trying to find excuses for him?
I find out that Gina knew about this, and I'm sure she
Wait a
did.
minute. I think you're onto something. Gina is controlling his mind and possibly our minds. Who are you really?
This isn't funny. It is not so terribly far-fetched for someone to be a split personality. You know, that does happen. I've seen
I
documented
know. I
cases.
saw
You want
the
me to show
movie.
you?
Sally Field was just divine, but she will never touch the performance of Joanne Woodward in Three Faces of Eve.
Mason is in trouble. Will you give me a break, please? I want to do something to help, okay?
How many times do we have to go over this? Anything to do with Mason's personality is revolting.
If there's something that I can do to stop that man from having this bizarre wedding, then I'm going to do it.
He's going to make even more of a fool of you than he already has.
There's a risk I'll take.
Hi. I hope this isn't a bad time.
I was just on my way out.
This won't take long.
I've got a few minutes. Come on in.
Augusta?
Oh, Father, it's so good to see you. I think I'll just go check on Samantha.
Samantha's fine. She's taking a nap.
Yes, I know, but I just love to watch her sleep.
What is it that you wanted to talk to me about?
I've been doing some investigating on my own.
What kind of investigating?
Into that night at the museum when the memos
Michael,
were stolen.
I told you that I'm
I
sorry,
know you.
I did tell you.
I know you didn't want me to help, but I'm not going to just stand by and let the deputy attorney general threaten you when I can go out there and I can find out who stole those memos and how and clear your name.
What did you find out?
I spoke to the guard who was on duty at the museum that night.
Right, I read the report. There was no guard on duty that night.
Right, didn't that strike you as a little odd?
Well, maybe that's...
No. Wasn't there supposed to be a guard at that vault 24 hours a day?
Well, yes, maybe that's what the requisition said. But
Right,
perhaps
and
it
you know
wasn't
why he
funny.
wasn't there? Is because he received a phone call from a woman who said she was the secretary at the district attorney's office and that the DA wanted him to take off early.
Really? Did he mention what the person's name was?
No, I didn't need a name. She's obviously would have used an alias anyway. There is no question in my mind that CC or Mason was behind the theft of those memos.
Well, that's very possible, but we just don't have any proof of that.
Yeah, but we're about to get some. Because I'm sure it was Gina who called that guard off, and all you have to do is authorize a trace
Excuse
of the
me,
guard's
one
phone
second.
records.
Do you understand that there happens to be a full-scale investigation going on
I
here?
understand that, but do you understand
Yes, I
that all you
understand.
have...
What I'm trying to tell you is that I appreciate what you're doing. I really do, but I'm afraid that your helping may be more of a hindrance than a help.
That's a polite way of telling me butt out.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but this is my problem. Please, let me handle it.
No, it's urgent. I have to talk to Father Michael today. No. Nobody's dying. It's Gina Timmons. Look, I'll be home all day. Just ask him to drop by, please. Thank you.
Where's Sonny?
I don't know. He went out.
He went
Call
out
him,
again on
Mason.
his
Will
own?
you please call him Mason? Yes, he went out on his own. He's able to cross the street by himself now.
Gina, where did he go?
I don't know. He went all over town. He had a lot of errands to run for the wedding.
I gotta find him. I gotta stop this.
Will you stop it, Funny? Just forget about it. Look, I've told you what a good friend you are, how much you mean to me, but you can't stop this wedding.
Gina, listen to me. Where did he go?
I was hoping you would adjust to this. I was hoping you'd even be able to come to the ceremony.
Listen, this is very important. Where's Mason? Did he go to the florist? Did he go to the where did he go first?
He went everywhere. He went to the florist, he went to the caterers.
But where did he go first?
I don't know. And he said he was going to go to the bar, too.
I gotta find him. I gotta find him.
Bunny, stop! Oh, Bunny. Poor guy. He's just so hung up on me.
There you go. I wouldn't want my calling you over. I'm still having a hell of a time making sense of it all.
I understand. I do understand. It's strange it's so warm, isn't it? I mean, the way I feel like I should be looking out over a barren plain covered with ice and snow. Simply not blue skies and flowering trees.
Jacaranda tree over there. Planet that when Eden was born. Flowers are still beautiful. All kinds of storms. And dry years. Still holding up. Real strong.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Cruz.
Mrs. C, I just spoke with Eden in Paris. She and Kelly are fine. They both send their love.
I still don't understand how you can let her stay there all by herself.
Well, Mrs. C, I wish I could explain it to you, but I can't, unfortunately.
Cruz, don't you understand that woman needs you there?
Maybe you should tell us why you wanted to talk to us.
I'm sorry.
Not a problem. What's up?
I'm sorry. I want to come up with something in memory of Gina. Some idea that would mean something. I mean, it's difficult. There's a lot of possibilities, and I came up with one thing. I thought maybe I'd add a wing onto the pediatric ward of the Children's Hospital Medical Center. What do you think about that, huh?
Well, I think it's very generous.
What?
Well, I'm just wondering if it might not be too soon to do something like that.
I think Cruz is right. It's very sweet of you to think about something like that, but they haven't had time to get used to the fact that Adriana isn't here.
Yeah, it's such a big undertaking, something like that, Mrs. C, and I certainly think Eden should be in on the decision.
Hey.
Maybe we could talk about it again after she gets back from Paris.
No problem. No problem. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable.
No, I know. I'm not, I appreciate that. You're just trying to deal with the loss. I think that's what everyone's doing right about now.
Cruz, what is that? That's a beautiful stone.
Thank you, Sophia. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it is kind of special, isn't it?
Is it a birthstone?
I think maybe it is. Look, I'm sorry if this was unpleasant. I do appreciate the thought, and you'll excuse me. I gotta do something. Heather, hi.
Hi, Cruz.
Am I catching you at a bad time?
No, not at all. How's Eden?
She's all right. I just got off the phone with her in Paris, actually.
Oh, good. You going to see her soon?
I don't know.
Cruz, I'm sorry. I shouldn't pry. What can I do for you?
It's okay. I tell you, I've been reading everything I can get my hands on about psychic phenomena, but I don't think I'm understanding what's there to be understood.
Oh, I'm certainly not an expert. What, you talking about ESPs?
I'm looking for a clue as to how you could distinguish between a dream and a vision.
What, do you mean like a prophetic vision?
Yes.
Maybe if you could be a little more specific, I could...
Well, I have been having dreams about Adriana, but not just when I'm sleeping.
Cruz, after everything that you and Eden have been to, I don't think it's unusual at all that you should have dreams. In fact, I think it's a healthy form of release for you.
Well, that may well be, but it's more than that. These dreams are remarkably vivid and compelling, and I just can't write them off, Heather.
Well, have you found any helpful information in the things that you've been reading?
Well, that's just it. Every time I think I'm onto something, I get lost in the terminology. I need to talk to someone who understands this stuff, but can explain it to me in lay terms. I just don't know who that someone is.
Well, I'm sorry to say that it's not me. My training is strictly in dealing within an emotional framework.
Yeah, but there must be doctors who are legitimately trained in this, right? I don't want to go to some crackpot and, waste my time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what most people think about these psychics that are out there, because most of them are frauds. But I have a friend who's doing some investigatory work right now. His name is Dr. Sean Morrissey. He's working over at the university.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to get in touch with this guy right away.
Absolutely. Let me get right on it.
Thank you.
Hey, how's business?
Look, if you're trying to sell me something for... Oh, hi, boss.
All right, Buck, what the hell happened to your arm?
Well, I had to break up a fight here last night.
Well, it's my kind of place. I'm glad I bought it. You still able to sling drink?
Yeah, that's no problem. But there is a shipment of beer in the alley I could sure use a hand with.
You got it. Just fix me a nice strong bourbon and bread to kind of get my strength up.
You got it, boss.
appreciate you seeing me on such short notice, Dr. Morrissey.
Not at all. Heather gave me a little background on what it is you want to discuss. And, of course, I've read quite a bit about what you and your wife have gone through. I'm sorry.
Thank you, that's okay. Heather seems to think that the dreams I've been having are simply a reaction to having lost my daughter, but I can't help feeling there's more to them than that.
You may be right. There's a great many people who have these types of experiences, visions, if you like. They can occur while you're sleeping or awake, and they usually relate to someone who's very close to you, someone that you've experienced a severe trauma with.
And people who have these kind of experiences would be considered psychic?
Not always.
Well, how do you tell the difference between those who are and those who aren't?
We have a set of standard tests that we run to evaluate psychic ability. Heather tells me that you've done some reading. Maybe you already know a little something about these tests?
Well, I know they exist, but I don't know how they work.
Well, I've been doing a study project on psychic phenomena myself. And if you like, I can run you through my tests. I'm not promising any answers.
No, I'm anxious to get to the bottom of this, so that would be wonderful.
All right. We'll start with the oldest game in the book. Now, I'm going to hold up a card. I want you to concentrate and tell me what it is. Wait a second. Don't make it difficult. Just say the first thing that pops into your head.
Oh, okay. Okay. The Queen of Hearts. The Seven of Diamonds. The Nine of Clubs. The Jack of Spades. The Deuce of Spades. How did I do?
That's just the beginning of a battery of tests. Would you be able to stay in the lab overnight?
Yeah, I'd have to make a couple of phone calls, but sure.
Good, because I'd like to hook you up and monitor your dream patterns with an EEG.
Oh, that's the brainwave deal, right?
Right. Now, after we run that and a few more tests, you and I can sit down tomorrow and discuss the results.
And then maybe you can tell me whether these dreams I've been having mean something. They're trying to tell me something.
What I'll be able to do is to determine whether you have any legitimate psychic ability. Whatever your dreams may mean beyond that, that's something that we'll have to continue to explore.
Is it my imagination, or has Roger Elroy not changed one bit since high school?
No, Scotty, I think he's changed. He's even worse than he was in high school. Don't you remember he was voted most likely to be a used car salesman or a presidential candidate? He was.
Oh, my God. But was he really as obnoxious as he was today?
No. Yes,
Yeah,
he was.
yeah, he was pretty
But I think all of
obnoxious,
us
that's
were
true.
pretty obnoxious in those days. Hopefully most of us have grown up a little bit since then.
Yeah, I guess we'll see just how much when we go to this reunion, right?
I think it'll be all right. I think the other kids we went to school with are probably a little more mature than old Roger.
Yeah, Roger Dodger, yeah, but I think that you and I are in for some serious ribbing at this party.
Oh, I don't know. I think we've probably been through the worst of it with old Roger Dodger.
Was he really on the football team?
We played with him, don't you remember?
No.
I just remember him doing these impersonations at the school assembly of disco.
Oh, those glory days, right?
He was such a nerd.
Hey.
Hey. Hi. I have some medical files I have to finish going over, so I'm gonna... This can go. Get to that. Thanks.
So you two are having a good time again, huh?
Yeah, you know, all this talk about this reunion is sort of like bringing up all these golden memories of when we were young and innocent and stupid.
Yeah, your friend Roger was certainly,
What? Charming, debonair, suave?
for an 8-year-old. So what made you decide to go to the reunion? I mean, you were so dead set against it yesterday.
I don't know. I was thinking about it, and all the reasons you seem to give for going seem to make a lot of sense.
I didn't know that I was so persuasive.
You see how closely I pay attention to you, Doctor. And who knows, the whole thing might turn out to be a hoot. And you'll get a chance to know me better, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of questions for Mr. Debonair.
No, I mean it. I mean, you're always talking about why we have such different points of reference. Now you'll know exactly where I'm coming from.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
So is there anything else that maybe I should know that you haven't told me?
Like what?
I don't know, like you tell me. I'm just wondering if I'm going to walk in there and be, like, surprised by anything.
Well, I can't think of anything. I mean, you already know that I was on the football team, right?
Yeah, right, and that they used to call you Boomer.
Yeah, well, you can forget about that. Oh, yeah, I guess, the other thing that happened my senior year was that I was elected king of the Valentine Day prom. And, Celeste was elected queen.
Who's there? What are you doing here?
I want to talk to Mason.
So tall?
I want to talk to Mason.
Well, if this is some kind of game.
Mason wouldn't buy a place like this. He wouldn't even be caught dead in a place like this.
Well, maybe you don't know me as well as you think.
I know Mason. And I know that he's scared. And he's angry, and I don't want to see him make a mistake. Don't marry Gina.
You're just blowing smoke.
Don't let him do it. He doesn't love her.
Just because you're jealous of Gina is no reason for you to come out here bothering me.
This doesn't have anything to do with Gina, and you know it. You're doing it just to get revenge on your father.
You're damn right I want revenge. I'm gonna get even for Catwell for everything he put me through. Do you understand that? Made my life miserable from day one. I'm not gonna let him do it to Brandon.
You don't understand.
What you don't understand is that we have nothing more to say to each other. We are finished. Now, why don't you run on back to your priest and stop trying to screw around with my life?
After we talked, I decided that I would maybe make my own little memorial to Adriana.
Not in the tree next to Eden's.
I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not.
I remember when Eden was lost in the mountains and we didn't think we'd ever see her again. You would come out here at night and you'd look at the tree you planted for her, and you'd water it and make sure it had enough water and make sure there weren't any other trees blocking its sun.
I didn't realize you knew that.
Yeah. Well, I just thought, you know, after what you said today, that maybe we should have a living thing and plant it in the earth as a memory of a granddaughter that we lost.
Can I help?
You bet.
Ladies and germs, the moment you've been waiting for all evening. Who will be our 1979 Valentine prom king and queen? Why, the votes are tabulated. Oh, it's nearly a unanimous decision. Celeste DiNapoli and Scott Clark, come on down for your coronation.
Come on, Roger. I'm trying to work here,
Oh,
please.
give me a break. That was the high point of your life, and you know it.
Oh, well, I guess that says a whole lot about my life then, right?
Oh, you were so excited and scared up there, and then Scott kissed you. Oh, God, we thought your crowns were going to melt.
Oh, please, Roger. I was there, all right? I don't need a blow-by-blow description of what happened that night. I remember.
Can't you be a little juiced up over this reunion?
Oh, Roger, I am going. Don't push it.
Come on. Look, don't be a party pooper, all right? Anyway, listen. I went to reunion headquarters a little while ago, and people are pretty excited about you two being there. So, oh, guess what?
What?
Susie Harper?
Mm-hmm.
She made me in charge of decorations.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. Anyway, look, you know where it's going to be, right? Over at Ernie's.
Yeah.
But now they're remodeling the place, and, I don't know, it's called The Lair. I don't know why they're going to call it something that stupid, but, anyway, we're going to make it look just like it did in 1979. For the prom? I mean, isn't this going to be great?
fine showing.
Hey, listen, let me ask you something. You know, since I've been in Chicago, I mean, I don't know a lot of ladies over here in Santa Barbara anymore. And
Oh, what about Susie Harper?
Susie Harper? Oh, no, she's engaged to some mortician, a real stiff. Anyway, you know, I figured since, you know, you don't have a date and I don't have a date.
Oh, I have a date, Roger.
I thought you said you were between steady boyfriends.
Is that what I said? Steady boyfriend?
Yeah, those are your exact words.
Well, I guess I just kind of regress whenever I'm around you, Roger. What can I say?
Yeah, well, so what about it?
Well, Roger, just because I'm not dating steadily doesn't mean I'm not dating.
So, what about it?
Well-
Who are you going to go to the reunion with?
You don't know him.
Oh,
This guy.
yeah. Somebody we didn't hang around, huh?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate it. Thanks, Raj. Really sweet of you to think of me.
Well, all right. Hey, next time around, all right? Oh, but listen. I am going to be real curious to see who this mystery man is.
Oh, yeah.
Catch you.
Getcha. Oh. Way to go, Dinapoli. Great. Now you gotta come up with a date.
What is so urgent that you had to see me?
Well, I know you have a very busy schedule with listening to confessions and baptizing people and burying them. You know, the confession part has always fascinated me. I mean, sitting there
Gina,
listening to...
why am I here?
Oh. Well, you see, I'm going to be getting married at the end of the week.
I see. And who are you marrying?
Mason, of course. Surprised you didn't know about it. I figure you read about it in the paper or that Julia had told you. Of course, I thought of you. I mean, as soon as I decided to get married, since you did such a good job when I married Keith.
I can't marry you, Gina.
Well, wait, it's not what you're thinking. Keith and I got an annulment.
That's not the point. You and Mason... I can't marry two people unless I am sure that they're getting married for the right reasons.
Well, we are getting married for the right reasons. We want to provide a warm and caring home for Brandon. You like Brandon? Don't you want him to have a normal home?
Gina, I'm sorry. There's no way...
Did I mention the contribution I'm going to make to your church?
$50,000. There's no way that I can take this much money from you.
Of course you can.
No.
Money's no object.
I thought that you were struggling to make ends meet. Isn't that why you opened up your home to be a bed and breakfast?
Well, I was having some financial difficulties. But I had a big investment, which came through for me. So, you see, that donation is no problem for me. There's a lot more where that came from. If you would just please marry me and Mason.
If I were to preside over your ceremony, and I'm not saying that I agree to it, but if I did, I would want to have a preliminary counseling session with you and Mason.
What kind of counseling? What do we have to go through that for?
I'm a priest, Gina. If you would like a quickie wedding, you can go to Las Vegas.
No, I just meant that I wondered what you were going to counsel us on.
Well, I told you I'd need to know and be very sure of the motives and the actions of both the bride and groom before I agree to perform any ceremony.
Okay. We'll be there.
You and Mason.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll make sure Mason is there. It's very important to me that you perform the ceremony.
Why?
Well, you're a very well-respected man in this town. You see, if you perform the wedding, people will know that it's legitimate, that Mason and I are upstanding parents and will provide a good home for Brandon. And that's the most important thing to me right now.
Sonny! Oh, my God, am I glad I found you.
Why's that?
Because I want to take you somewhere.
I ain't going nowhere with you.
Oh, I got a surprise for you.
I don't like surprises.
Oh, come on, just come with me.
No way. You tried to fry my bacon one time. Why should I jump back in the hot seat?
Okay. I'll admit I wasn't thrilled when I found out Gina was going to marry you.
Not thrilled. You were madder than a wet cat.
All right, I was mad. But I'm putting all those feelings aside right now for Gina's sake, okay?
Bull.
It's true. I want to do something special for you and Gina for the wedding, so I want you to meet someone.
Who?
It's a surprise. Just trust me.
I'd sooner trust a rattlesnake. Now, you gonna get out of my way? I got work to do over
Sonny,
here.
listen to me. This is important.
What the hell is that?
Well, these will help us record your sleep patterns tonight. I'm going to have somebody outside monitoring the machine all night long. It'll be recording through all 4 phases of sleep.
What are those phases?
Well, first, there's a period of restfulness, when you're on the verge of dropping into a deep sleep. And that's the second stage. And then you go through a period where you have your most vivid dreams. And then you go through that period where you're just about to wake up.
So you'll actually be able to monitor my dreams?
Yeah, during dreaming, your body reacts the same as it reacts when you're awake, just more subtly. If you're frightened in a dream, we're going to get a recording of increased heartbeat.
And you'll be able to tell the difference between normal activity and the kind of vivid experiences I've been describing to you?
Well, it depends. There are some dreams that don't register on any of our monitoring equipment. That's what we term psychic phenomena.
But if they don't register, then how can you tell if I've had one?
Because tomorrow morning, you're going to tell me everything you dreamed in detail, and I'll compare that with the chart, the graph from the machine.
Oh, I see. I'm going to have to remember this. Well, I better plant the thought, then. I usually can do that. The thing that concerns me, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fall asleep.
You will.
Well, I hope, but it seems kind of strange with these things stuck into my head like this.
Yeah, I know, but you'll get used to it. And this room may not look very restful, but believe it or not, it's really conducive to dropping right off to sleep. And if you need help, count sheep. Or else take slow, deep breaths.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay. Good night, Cruz. Pleasant dreams.
Thanks, Doc.
He's acting strangely for something new and different, and then when I mentioned his father's name, he started yelling at me.
Surprise, surprise. We've always known Mason hates Cece.
Yes, I know that they've always had problems, but it wasn't out-and-out hatred. But I've seen it lately, and I saw it tonight, and that's why I know it isn't Mason.
You're not going to start with that split personality mumbo-jumbo, are you?
He has a serious problem.
Well, he's not the only one. And I don't think it's anything new, and I certainly don't think it's anything you should be involved with.
We have a child together. We're already involved.
You know, I really don't care if Mason's problems come from alcohol or split personalities or a severe hangnail. He's not a man any woman except Gina would want to have in their life. And it just pains me to the end to think that you are slinking back to him on your hands and knees.
I'm not slinking. If the man is in trouble, I'm not going to turn my back on him.
But you just told me he won't even talk to you. How are you going to solve his problems?
I don't know. But I'm going to figure out something because I want Sonny to go away.
You gonna get out of my way or not?
All right, listen. I didn't want to tell you right away who the person was I want you to meet, but the person I want you to meet is Dolly Parton.
You pulling my lower extremity.
No, I think I can get her to sing at your wedding.
How?
How? We got mutual friends in Vegas. She's in town for the whole week. Listen, I just talked to her just a little while ago, and I explained the whole situation to her.
You were talking to Dolly Parton about my wedding?
Yeah, and I got the feeling that she'd warble a tune or two for you.
Oh, wait. That'd be the highlight of my life. Dolly Parton singing "I'll Always Love You" to me.
Yeah. Sonny, she's the nicest lady.
I heard that. I mean, she's like plain folks in most ways, but Lord, what a sight for sore. Wait a minute. Why would you do that for me?
For Gina. I do it for Gina because I want her to remember this the rest of her life.
Dolly'd make sure of that.
Yeah. You know what? We can go over to the hotel room right now and have drinks with her. What do you say?
Well, I'd say, hello, Dolly. Let's put this down. What the hell was that?
Come on, Dolly's waiting for us.
Cover for me, bud.
Tonight, still haunted by the war, these veterans are back in Vietnam, facing their nightmares. I'm Tom Brokaw, an extraordinary journey to find inner peace on NBC Nightly News.